Good morning. Happy Monday to everybody. Our word of the day is Ultimo. Mornings with Michael is brought to you for information and educational purposes only. It's your responsibility to do your own due diligence, find out what's right for you. Ultimo is of the last month. Given that his birthday was the 16th Ultimo, his birthstone must be an opal. So that is our word of the day. Let's go to our heat map. Tech is bouncing back a little bit. Tesla is up over 6%. Amazon's up again. JP Morgan and Wells Fargo are up in financials, and energy is up slightly. Rest of the map is kind of red. So let us go to our, this is annuity. You spent your lifetime building up your wealth. Don't let it turn into a 201k from a 401k. That's what happened in 2008 when the market went down 54%. This goes up with the market, but does not come down with the market. Goes up and up and up, whereas index investing bobs and weaves with the market, and average annuity beats index investing by about 5% per year. And currently, they're offering 45% bonuses. If you'd like to learn more about that, feel free to reach out with a comment. So that is a story there. And let us go to the charts. So AppLovin is our stock of the day. Draw a line over the tops here. Looks like it's peaking up a little bit. It just keeps growing. The revenue is up 204% this year, another 27% next year. We'll just go to our ETF of the day, which is XLK Technology. Technology select sector, really bouncing off of the 20-day moving average. So that is the story there. Let us go check out our daily routine. Let's pull up here. Before we do that, we'll just show our ETF of the day, which is Reddit. It's just kind of in the middle, and it looks like it's kind of bouncing, working on the right side of the base. Now let us go to what is up 5%, 100% increase in volume. It's 12 items. Looks like there's a rotation into coal. Big gap up on Alpha Metallurgical Resources. Coal. We've got Arch Resources also in coal. Gap up on this one. Spenbo Holdings. Hong Kong-based personal care, electric appliance, toys, products, getting pretty close to the pivot area there. Policies Automation. Big gap up. Earnings aren't for 43 days, but look at that gap up. Could take a quick look. Don't really see any news at the moment. We got Fenbo Holdings. I'm not sure, maybe that dropped down. It looks like we missed a few here. Let's go back up. Warrior Met Coal in the coal area is number one. It was further down earlier. We've been getting some buying. 3 out of 4 days, pretty high blue bars there. UFP Technologies, engineered component using laminating, fabricating technologies, pops into the pivot area, up nearly 5%. TXO, exploration and production of oil and gas, got a gap up, got above its 20-day moving average, up 5% today in shipping. RXO provides transportation and logistics services. And look at that move. We got a gap up over here and never came close to coming down to from the gap. So there is definitely a lot of buying in this issue. It's up another 6% today. BTU, Peabody Energy, actually nearly skipped over PepGen. PepGen moving up almost 11%. Pretty good volume here. Not sure what happened on Friday. Had a little bit of a sell-off on good volume, but it is moving up 11% today. Peabody Energy. Got a gap up and raise once again in coal. So there's definitely a rotation in the markets into coal. Nano nuclear energy. Look at that IPO. Just kind of continues rising up 32% today. Immunovant, therapies that could transform the lives of patients with autoimmune diseases. It's up a little over 5%. We looked at Hollis's, Fenbo, we looked at Arch, and that's our list. And let's go, what's up 10%? Going to be a couple of them we already looked at. Warrior Met Coal, Hollis's, Nano, I believe we worked at that. That's our IPO. So that is the story there. Let us go to our screen here. This is moving over to Bitcoin. Bitcoin was really surging over the weekend. It did pull back some, but it has continued its move higher. AJ Monte, will we follow? Suggested that this is next stop will be 66,000. And he's going to reevaluate after that time, but it is definitely surging. Can see this is over the weekend surging, and then had a pretty strong pullback. Maybe some of those governments that were going to sell their Bitcoin did so, and so that is a story. Let's go to Ethereum. Ethereum surged over 3,300. It's up $75, 2.2%. You can see it surged right over here, got up to 3,500, pulled back. So that is the story there. So what did we do early this morning before the markets opened? We got back into MicroStrategy, put a stop in case we were wrong. See if it'll come on up here. Internet is a little slow. There we go. Interesting. MicroStrategy isn't moving when Bitcoin is, but we do have a stop at 1366, I believe. So we'll see where this one goes. Nvidia had pulled back this morning. And it is bouncing off the 20-day moving average. Got above, we had bought back at 123. So that is a story with Nvidia. Weatherford. Just kind of working on the side of the base. We shorted some call options at 130. So we'll see if it gets up there. We just continue to sell options on Weatherford and continues return for us. Apple managing in another account. Had a big move today, big bounce off the 10-day moving average, up a little over 3%. We'll just take a look at all the FANG stocks here. So Amazon is bouncing as well, didn't quite get down to any of its moving averages. It's up a little over 1.86%. Look at Mr. Softy, is bouncing as well, bounces off the 10-day moving average, 1.7%. Google bouncing as well. We looked at NVIDIA, at Eli Lilly, it is bouncing. Tesla is bouncing as well. Was above 210 and now it's pulling back a little bit. And Netflix sold off to the 20-day and it's got a little bit of a bounce. Let's take a look at some of the other issues that we've got. Got Dutch Brothers. Nice tight formation here. Elf Beauty pulling back to the 10-day moving average. We didn't look at some of the internal indicators. We'll take a look at those in a minute. Apollo Management and I think that's what all we'll kind of cover right now. Oh, yes, we'll cover Kava Mediterranean Grill, which is bouncing off of the 10-day. So let us go take a look at the dollar index. Dollar index is bouncing. Interesting that Bitcoin is rising so much with the dollar strong. Silver bouncing slightly off of the 50-day moving average. Still think it has a chance to come down here and fill this gap. Here's gold. Pretty tight closes right here on gold. Copper. Copper is getting a little bit of a bounce. Look at our favorite copper mining bouncing off of the 50-day moving average. Southern Copper doing about the same. Heck is a small uranium company we have in one of our other portfolios. It's getting a little bit of a bounce off of the $2 here. So the 250 covered call we shorted looks pretty good right now. And, kind of wraps that up. Take a look at financials. Got a little bit of a bounce, but kind of tight action there. Energy. Oil prices got a big bounce right there. Take it, communications, pulling back a little bit. AT&T tried to move higher and pulled back. SMH pulling back, bounced off of the 20. We got software getting a little bit of a bounce. Transportations pulling back. Airlines pulling back. Infrastructure pulling back. Metals and mining, a little bit of a bounce above the 20-day. Building materials are moving down. Big slice down. Home builders moving down. Real estate moving down as well. Utilities. Stock we didn't look at. Just take a look at ARM. Got a bounce off the 20-day. And finally, one of our favorite ETFs, FANG got a nice bounce off the 10-day here. For a pullback on Friday. So that is our show for today. This is Mornings with Michael. For information and educational purposes only, go out there and have a great start to your week. Work on your goals and the supporting activities to help you reach them. If you need any help with your financial goals or activities, feel free to reach out to us and send us a comment. In the meantime, we hope everybody has a great day.